What's going on? This is your boy Jay Will, your host of the Jay Will Gospel Show and also the Jay Will Podcast Interviews and Commentary. I can be found on the podcast platform of Anointed Radio Network and also my own personal platform at media.rss.com. For more information on the Anointed Radio Network, email anointedradio at lvanointedradio@gmail.com. For more information about the J Will podcast and interview commentary on media.rss.com, you can email me at leewill, the letter J, at gmail.com. My social media is James Williams Music on Facebook, James Williams 5497 on Instagram, at James Williams M1 on Twitter, and my YouTube channel is at James Williams ZS9DO. If you'd like to support the broadcast, you can cash at me at $Mr. James Williams, or you can look on my personal podcast page at media.rss.com for the donate button and follow the instructions. Our interview for today is with Christopher Mcrae, a recording producer from North Carolina. Let's go. What's going on? What's going on? This is your boy Jay Will, your host of the Jay Will Gospel Show. Ladies and gentlemen, homies and homettes, boys and girls, homies and home skillets. Guess who I have on the line with me right now? None other than Christopher Mcrae. How are you, sir?
I'm doing fine, Mr. James. How you doing?
Oh, man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Good to have you on.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Tell the people where you're from, sir.
I'm originally from Woodson, North Carolina, Woodson, Rocky Mount.
Okay.
Been there all my life, but I moved to Suffolk, Virginia about a year and a half ago.
Okay. Now, this is gonna sound crazy now. I was in Rocky Mount in July.
What part? What day of July was you in there?
I can't even remember the date. I had to look on my calendar, but I have an aunt that lives in Scotland Neck.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Scotland Neck, yeah. Got people stay down there.
Yeah, man. So I was out there in the country, man. I was out there.
Oh wow.
Yeah. It's a small world, ain't it? Oh
yeah, yes, sir. It definitely is.
So I understand that you're into music, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
How long have you been into music?
I actually been playing music since I was a little boy, probably about around the age of 5 years old.
Really?
Yes, sir. I started on the drums. Been playing since then, and grew up playing behind choirs. I actually coming up in my teenage years, we was up under Shirley Caesar, her husband, her late husband, Bishop Williams.
Yeah.
And I got a chance to play with her one time in the conversation. I was a teenager then.
Oh yeah.
And yes, sir. And probably about the early 2000s, I started learning how to play bass and keyboard.
Okay.
And so I've been in the music, been for a long time, and I started recording at a young age, but didn't follow through with it and whatnot because I started focusing on ministry.
Okay.
And so I started ministering at the age of 24, and so as time progressed, just 6 years ago, I started recording.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And I just probably about 4 months ago, just graduated from LA recording out of LA with my associate degree in audio engineering.
Hey, congratulations. You know, I saw that. I saw a post you made on that, man.
Yes.
Hey, man, congratulations, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very excited. I can't say this, and it's crazy because at first I didn't want to do this. This was prophesied to me.
Oh, really?
Yes, about having my own studio, and I let it go out one ear out the other.
Yeah.
Something I didn't want to do because I know there's good places, and I know there's some crazy places and whatnot. And I seen things go on, and I just didn't want to be involved with that at the time. And it's crazy how when God speaks something over your life, how He sets things in place for you.
Yeah.
And man, it was crazy how this thing came about. I know we don't have a lot of time, but
No, man. Let's rap about it, bro.
yeah. And what happened was, like I said, it was prophesied to me. It went one ear out the other, and there was a lady by the name, I don't know if you know Wendy Peterson.
No, sir.
And Unity, they was originally out of Fayetteville, but they are out of Wilson, City right now. And she had a female group, and she still does, called Wendy Peterson and Unity. And she wanted me to be her MD for their anniversary. So I was their MD. And now, mind you, 3 years before that was prophesied about me having my own studio. And at the time, they was dealing with a record company or a place down in Atlanta or in Georgia, and they needed to go to California, and they needed some tracks done with just music, because just the girls were just gonna go and sing behind the music. So they asked me to get with a young man that actually was in school for recording, but he works at the Raleigh-Durham Airport in North Carolina. And during that process, man, we could not never meet up. I'm telling you, we could not meet up. And it wasn't nothing that he did or I did. We just could not never meet up. And so I had made up my mind, because I knew time was drawing near. I went and bought me a 24 channel Tascam, and got a few guys that I knew and recorded the tracks for Miss Wendy. And man, after she heard that, and she sent it off to the record label company down in Georgia, and so they can mix and all that, and then send it in so they can have something to go to California with. And man, let me tell you something. She told me, she said, "But Chris," said, you ought to start your own studio. I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do nothing like that, blah, blah, blah," you know. And man, let me tell you something. Make the story short, man. I'm an electrician too, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Man, I was doing some work at NC State. We was at the football field at NC State. And man, they came out one day and they was giving away like TV monitors and whatnot. And man, they came to me like, "Chris, do you want a TV monitor?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." They gave me one. I think it was a 42-inch monitor. They gave to me for free. Man. There was a guy on the job and was like, "Chris," because he knew I played music, because he heard me talk about it, and I talked with him about some stuff concerning music and all that good stuff. And he came, he said, "Chris, hey man, you ever thought about recording?" I said, "Nah." I said, "I know some people been asking me about it, blah, blah, blah." He said, "Look, man, anytime you need a computer, whatever, look, now I'll tell you, just set me up. You need a computer for your dog, whatever." He said, "Look me up and whatnot." He said, "I can get you one for a really good price." And man, let me tell you something. He hooked me up with one, and I still got it with me right now. This been 6 years ago. And he hooked me up with one, man. I ain't paid but $250 for it.
Man. Man.
And then everything else just came into play. Just came into play, man. And from then on, man, we've been going. Now I'm here to tell you, bruh, I haven't stopped.
Really?
Since it started. I always had something going since it started. And
it's crazy though. You know, like I got another friend that lives down that way.
Right.
His name is Johnny Ruffin.
Yes. Mr. Ruffin. Yes.
Johnny Ruffin Jr. As a matter of fact, when I came down there, me, him, and our wives, we all went out to eat dinner.
Right.
But he's always busy with recording.
Oh man, he stayed.
Yeah, he stayed busy. But man, I'm glad that God worked this thing out in your favor. But now I'm
Yeah.
gonna tell you, I haven't always been a fan of prophets for
Right.
for a couple
Yeah.
of reasons. You know
Us
what
too,
I'm saying? For a couple of reasons, man. I don't want to have to sit around and think about is this dude legit or is he just trying to, string me along? But
Right.
it's always good that when somebody prophesies to you, that it actually comes to pass.
Yes.
So
Yes.
you can realize that it really wasn't no false prophet.
Yes. Yes. That's
You know,
right.
because they got them boogers running around out here.
And the crazy thing about it, one of them that spoke to me was my first wife. She God bless her. She died with brain cancer back
Oh man,
2002, but she was the first. She was a prophet, and she was the first to say something to me.
man.
Yeah, she was the first. Yes, sir.
So
She was the
are
first.
you the only one in your family that's into music?
No, I got two daughters that's in the music.
Is that
Uh,
right?
yes, yes, sir. Can sing and play. Um, I got cousins that's in the music. I got uncles. My
Man,
dad, he was a guitarist. He played guitar, bass, and drums, and sung and whatnot. But man, I got a lot of people in my family, man. That's talented.
so y'all done a family project yet?
Well, that one I sent you with Walter Hardy Jr.
Yeah.
That's my baby brother.
Nah, shut up,
Yeah,
man.
that's my baby brother. And when we recorded him, uh, it was him. My mom actually wrote the song.
Really?
Yes, my mom wrote the song, so she's a songwriter. And my two daughters, it was her, my brother, and my two daughters that sung on that project.
Man, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. So what's you have a name for your production company?
Yes, MOF Studio.
ML Studio.
Yes,
So
sir.
if somebody wanted to solicit some work from you from MOF Studio, how can they do that? Don't give us a phone. Don't put your phone number out there. Give them an email. Hey, because we got some crazy people out here, bro. No, for real, like because my email is like all over the place, right? And
Right.
so last week I get this email from this person that says that their husband passed and they think, God led them to me because they feel like I'm a godly man, right? And
Uh-huh.
so, and I would read the email and they said, we want you to be the guardian over the benefits that he left for charity.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, okay, hey. And then I looked down and it was like $8.5 million. I was like, wait a minute now. Let me, and
Yeah.
then I asked for the bank. I said, what bank is it? He gave me some bank over in Yemen. I was like, bruh, you don't get off my doggone phone with this man. This foolishness, bruh. Like,
Oh,
man. But
yeah.
so anyway, don't put your phone. That's why I told that story. Ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen, don't be putting your phone number out there. So go ahead
don't
and
be.
tell the people your email address, how they can get in touch with you.
Okay, they can get in touch with us through my email. It's MOF lowercase MOF studio1@gmail.com.
All right. Now you on social media?
Yes, we do have a Facebook page, MOF Studio Recording. This is our Facebook page. We also have a website, but it's under construction right now, I say.
Okay.
But after a while, I will be posting that on my Facebook page so people can go to the website.
Okay. Cool. Um, so this is the crazy question. It ain't really that crazy. But have you ever worked with an artist so far that just you hate to see them come? You ain't gotta say their name. You ain't gotta say their name. Like
Yes. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say no name, but matter of fact, there's one now, and God knows. Lord bless his soul. That's all I can say. But yes,
hey
yes,
man, like some people that is like real easy to work with, and
yeah.
then there's some of them people where you be like, oh my god, them again. Like, what did I do to deserve this thorn in my side?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, yeah, you get those. I tell you that now. You do get those.
Yeah, I know artists are kind of finicky. You know what I'm saying? But some people are just difficult to work with.
Yeah, yes, sir, yes, sir. And I ran into those situations. Man, if you ain't got patience, I'm telling you this here dealing with clients like that. Whew.
Oh look, I worked on a project for a person who shall remain nameless for over a year, dude.
Whew. Whew.
For over a year, and you know, the final product turned out great, but
Right,
it just took a process to get there
right.
because of all the changes they wanted to make and stuff like that.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
yes.
And sometimes this is what I find it out. Sometimes people's ears are bigger than their capacity.
Right, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need to stay between the 1 and the 5, and don't venture off into augmented 6.
Oh my God. And the thing about it, what gets me, and I ran into a couple people like this, man. Don't call or act like you know everything. And then
Yeah,
when the time comes to you produce, then I'm like, what happened? I mean,
yeah,
and then they just want to keep right on doing this number here and whatnot, man, and can't produce nothing. Can't produce nothing, man. I ran into a couple people like that, man. That's a headache right by itself, especially after they have been talking, saying they can do this, they know that. You know, they know their notes, they know what they want to do. Man, I had one to come in the studio. We was in Durham, and man, and they wanted to do 3 songs. Bruh, we got through the first one. That second one, oh man, it took us 3 hours. Matter of fact, we didn't even do the song. I
man.
told them they just might well just don't even do that one. Go back and practice, get this stuff together, and come back. But now they want to do it on a live recording. I was like, well, look, if you're gonna do it, you got to make sure your stuff is right.
You got to make sure it's tight.
Yeah, yeah.
The band, everything.
Yes, exactly.
Man, I had, of course, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know it, I do the J. Will Gospel Show and the Unsigned Artist Gospel Show on It's All Gospel Radio. I'm on 7 days a week, basically, on that station. And so I get a lot of music submissions. And I had this one fella in America, this one person in America, could have been male or female, y'all. And so y'all don't be trying to look and say, oh, well, who is Jay Will talking about? I ain't talking about him. But we just talking about having your stuff ready when you come to the studio.
Right.
So
Right.
they sent me this song, and the music was fat. I mean, the music was just so tight. The music was written in E, but they were singing in B. And I reached out to him. I said, hey, you know what? There's some pitch and differences in this song. Get your sound engineer to check this out. And the following week they released the song anyway. But the music was in E, and they were singing in B. So, there's all types.
Yes.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Make sure your stuff is right.
Make sure it's right. And make sure you give a whole lot of latitude to the sound engineer.
Exactly.
Who's ever recording your session. Because, I mean, basically, if they paying you to provide a service, they need to let you do that service.
Right. That's
I
right.
mean, you the one with the degree.
That's right.
Sound engineer. So let you do what you do.
Exactly.
So let me move here. You got you produced Bo Peep.
Yes, Bo Peep and Good News. Yes, I produced a I will be seeing him tomorrow night in rehearsal.
Are you related to Bo Peep?
No, him and my dad and family was real close, still are. And him and my dad played in the same group, and uncles.
Okay.
same group, the Even Light Gospel Singers.
Yeah, I love that song, man. You
Yeah.
can't mix the old you
Yes.
with the new.
Yeah.
So I brought that up because I want to know where they get the name Bo Peep from. If that's an inside thing, man, we're gonna talk about that off camera. But
If he watched this, he'll probably laugh at me. But I do not know where both people got that name. But I think the mom and Saul gave him that name when he was young. I don't know if he got that for Little Bo Peep or the Drummer Boy or something like that. One of them fairy tale books. I don't know, but
Bo Peep lost his seat. So when you first sent me that, I kind of looked at it a couple of times. I was like, Bo Peep, man, this better be some gospel. This better be some gospel, man. This better not be like them two English dudes, Pete and Bass. Those English rappers, the old dudes.
Yeah.
Like, man, I saw Bo Peep. But now the music is actually good, man. So you produced that project?
Yes, I recorded it and assisted with producing. Another guy named Brian Pitt, which is the keyboards that he played all the keys and all the auxiliaries on that project too. He helped produce right along with Bo Peep and whatnot. I call him Unc because he more like an uncle to me.
Hey, yeah, man. That's what we do in the South, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. And he's actually preparing for a live recording in December, the first Friday in December.
Is that right, man?
Yeah. So I got to meet with him tomorrow night for rehearsal. Yes, sir.
So you have any upcoming projects you working on?
Yes, I got one. I got two by Wendy Peterson. Her Christmas project. We actually working on that. Hopefully that'll be finished in a couple of weeks. And I got another guy named Mr. Marvin. Oh my God, Jeffries.
Okay.
Jeffries from spiritual anointing out of Raleigh. Marvin, okay. He's working on a Christmas project too.
Hey, so now just for the record, and ladies and gentlemen, you could be my witness on this. Any of the artists that you have and produce or that you know, give me their music, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I sure
tell them all, man. Because my goal is to be a blessing to independent artists.
Yes, right. That's
right. And it's a lot of independent artists that don't get recognized or don't have an opportunity.
Right.
And God has blessed me with the platform to be able to promote independent artists.
Yes, sir. And we thank you for that.
Oh yeah, man.
Yes, sir. We do thank you for that.
So how many so you got a couple of people getting ready to do Christmas projects?
Yes, sir.
So now I've heard some good Christmas songs. And when I was growing up, it really wasn't that many Christmas songs because I'm in my mid-50s, okay?
Right.
So it wasn't that many Christmas songs going around. But now people started to get crafty with the way they present Christmas songs.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess the whole music scene is kind of different than when I was growing up.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I know in the South, the Southern style is different than the Northern style, but there are some similarities, especially when it involves quartet.
Right.
But a lot of group, like contemporary group stuff and choir stuff, but ain't nobody hardly doing choirs anymore, man.
Right. Yeah, ain't nobody hardly doing choirs anymore. Not love a good choir. I love a good choir.
Bruh, I love good choir, but you can't find everybody's going to praise and worship.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't dislike praise and worship,
right?
But sometimes I get tired of hearing one line for like 30 minutes. Yes, sir. And so I brought that up because what do you think about the trend that church music has transitioned to?
Well, I think that the trend of it, I'll put it like this. I'll be honest with you. I don't have nothing against praise and worship. You know, I plays that on Sunday morning.
Yeah, me too. Me
And,
too.
but like I said before and stated before, man, it's nothing like a good choir.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, to sing, because you know we grew up on that. You know, we be ready to go to church just to hear the choir sing all most of the time. You know.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, definitely that. And so it's different. It's different because now you probably got a handful of people, you know, that's doing praise and worship, or it's out front and whatnot, and they singing and stuff, but it's nothing to the capacity of having a choir. To
Yeah,
me,
I think, you know, and that's true. I think that we have to gauge our parishioners sometimes,
yeah,
and I think that sometimes churches are too quick to move to a certain, you know, to a certain place
right,
when the parishioners still want something else.
right, right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Like, I've seen some churches that have been very successful with just having a praise and worship team. They pack the church out.
Oh yes, oh yes.
But I've seen some other churches that were once packed out with a choir, and they had a full, you know, couple of hundred members in the audience. They go to praise and worship, they start losing members.
Yep. You got a very few limited people that's there.
Yeah, and so I
Yeah.
think you gotta gauge your audience and see what
That's
your audience wants.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. And I think some people miss that because you have to watch your audience. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And if you got a choir and your audience is loving that and whatnot, not just loving it, but you give them the true gospel of Jesus right behind it to
yeah,
just top it off. Hey man, hey, that's the way to keep it. Keep it that way. Keep it that way. Don't change, because if you change, it just be that very thing that caused that person to, you know, back out and go somewhere else.
yeah. I sometimes I just believe that there's not enough consideration for what the people want
Right.
and what the people need. It's mostly pastors dictating what they say they hear from God. And
Hmm.
I'm not saying that they not hear from God.
Right.
Preachers, don't send me
Right.
no hate mail. I want no preachers to send me no hate mail.
Right.
But
That's right.
it is that I don't think that they hear from God. I just think that sometimes it's okay. It's like uh, I'm from Southern Mississippi, right? So,
Right.
and you're from the South. We can relate to this.
Right.
Uh, my grandmama used to put nutmeg in a potato pie, sweet
Yep.
potato pies.
Yep. Sure it is.
She would put nutmeg. You know what I'm saying? But all of a sudden, somebody gonna put some almond powder in a sweet potato pie.
Oh.
Like, why try to change the formula for sweet potato pie? And it's been lovable, decadent, and elegant for decades.
For decades.
Now
Yeah.
you want to replace the nutmeg with almonds. Like, and that's what I'm saying about sometimes about our churches.
Yes.
Things that have been impactful, things that have been sustainable
That's right.
and motivational to parishioners. We all of a sudden start using almonds. We
Yeah.
we don't, we
Yeah.
don't like,
Yes.
hey, give me the nutmeg in my potato pie.
Hey, people, you saying that song, Take Me Back to the Old Time Way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell you, I truly miss a good choir. 'Cause that's where I was brought up on. You
Yeah.
know, you go to church, you got a choir full of people. I mean, because I was in the choir, the junior choir actually, and whatnot. And then I got a junior choir and got into with the mass choir. I actually won't sing in the mass choir. I started playing drums at the time
Oh, okay.
or whatnot. After my father was playing and whatnot, so I was playing with the junior choir and singing in junior choir. Cause it was me and my cousin, both of us to take turns playing the drums and singing in junior choir. But when I got to the mass choir, it was all me.
Man.
So I miss that, man, because it's just something when you got a choir there and they sing, and not like I said, not knocking praise and worship teams, because I love that too. But when you got a good choir, man, and you know singing and praising God like they used to do. Hey, man, my brother even talked about, he's a pastor. Sometimes he mentioned that, man. He talks about putting the choir back together.
Oh yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to go ahead on the move. But
Yeah. Tell him God don't tell him to move. Hey, what you do is you get that get the soundtrack from Color Purple, and what a preacher's like, play God is trying to tell you something. Play God is trying to tell you something.
Exactly.
If I were you, I'd say yes, sweet Lord. Hey, brother, you hear that? That's the Lord preaching to you.
That's for you. That's for you. Yeah.
Start the choir. Yeah,
Exactly.
I got a friend of mine that lives in New York. His name is D Got,
Mhm.
and he was the bass player for 20 something years for Hezekiah Walker.
Oh wow.
And this brother, not only does he know his bass, man, but that's the choir city right there, bro.
Oh my God.
New York, man, they the choir city, man. So
Man, that bass player, that's the one that started with his, right? He started with
well,
his.
that now he didn't start with him. He the guy that originally started with him, kind of wanted to do some other stuff, and
Oh,
then he moved in that position.
gotcha.
But yeah, he toured with him and all that stuff, and he loves choir, but he loves all kind of music.
Right.
He
Right.
loves all kind of music, but that choir stuff, man, he got that thump. He be rolling.
Oh my God, man.
So what? If you and your daughter's gonna do a project by yourself?
Um, we actually have thought about it. My oldest daughter doing a project, a single and whatnot. I'm just waiting for her to settle because she's in school and whatnot. Well, both of my daughters are in school and they stay in Chesapeake, Virginia.
Okay.
So they actually go on school and working too. So I'm waiting for that time to come. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff out the way so we can trying to start on something for her and whatnot that we can do. And because she's got a voice on her, and what I like about her, she's different because uh my daughter named Christy, because Christy, her voice is kind of like a what Hamilton, what's his name now, Anthony.
Anthony Hamilton.
Yeah, her voice is kind of like that, it's
Really?
unique. Yeah. Her voice is kind of like that with a little raspy in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we thinking about doing something.
So if you had any advice you would give to young engineers who are getting off in the recordings, what would you tell them?
Oh man, what I would tell them, I would first tell them, you got to know music. That's first thing. If this is a passion that you want to pursue, since I've done it, I would say get some papers behind you.
Yeah.
That'll take you a long way. So that's first thing. Get an education with it. Trust me, we can go YouTube and search how to do things and all that, and that's fine. That's totally fine because there's guys out here that's doing this stuff and ain't been to school, but when you got those papers behind you, it'll take you somewhere.
Yeah.
And on that is the connection or the network with it that comes with it, having your degree or certification in what you're doing. I also would say to the young engineers to even in recording, sometimes you got to be firm at what you want and what the customer want. Respect the customer. Try to anyway, because I know sometimes the artists might get on your nerves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Try your best to respect them. I say that because that's first thing they told us in school. Try your best to respect the artist and whatnot. Try to give them as a engineer, try to give them what they want, but at the same time, trying to throw in your advice too. To try to make things better or have that door to open up so you be able to give your opinion on certain things.
Right.
Whether it works out or not, it's still good to do that. Also, be prompt, be on time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something real major. Keep your studio or wherever you're recording it, keep it clean.
Yep.
Say that because people talk. I'm telling you, people talk and don't nobody want to be in no nasty studio.
Right.
That make sure you got your stuff together for you start. Make sure all your stuff, your level is where it need to be, and all that good stuff. Because I'm finding out too that if you're gonna want somebody to pay you from the time they get there and whatnot, then you need to be ready to go.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So if that artist come in and they dragging in, then it ain't your fault. You know what I'm saying? They need to pay whether they late or not. They
Right.
need to go ahead on and do what they need to do. Also, make sure that the business side of what you're doing is good, it's straight. Far as with your money and all that good stuff with having your information on sites and stuff like that, so people can contact you, business cards or whatever. It's a lot when you're doing this and whatnot. And foremost, have fun.
Yeah.
The people all the time have fun. But when you sit behind that desk and you behind that mixer or whatever, getting your levels doing your mixing or your mastering or your recording and whatnot, that's the time to show what you can do and whatnot. And don't be afraid to reach out to people that knows, you know what I'm saying, and that can help you.
Right.
I got a few people. I got two more engineers that work with me. One of them been doing this work for almost 20 some years.
Man.
He's really good at it, and they call him his name Drew Trues. He just got married this past weekend, and
he finna had to stop working. He can't do music no more.
and I'm gonna tell you something. He's a amazing musician. He plays it all. He plays it all.
Man.
All amazing musician and a beast in the studio. And my nephew, Trayvon Peterson, he's also an engineer. He plays for a group called the Trumpeters out of Rocky Mount, North Carolina. You probably know his dad, David Dickens.
No.
You ever heard of Joe Dickens and the Gospel Disciples?
No, man, I don't have none of that music.
Oh man, yeah. So yeah,
tell him to hook me up, man.
Yeah, I will. Matter of fact, I'll get in touch with David or Miss Pam, his wife.
Yeah.
And, see, can they send you some music? Yeah, he got some real good music.
Hey, that's cool.
like I said, and I got two more guys that are musicians, and they actually are learning this, and so they coming up as engineers. But I try to encourage them all to go to school. Try
Yeah.
to get some education. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I said, to these young guys, don't be afraid to ask for help. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to ask for help and whatnot, because it'll help you in the long run. But like I said, when you got them papers, you can go somewhere.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I know that the favor of God will be over our lives. I'm gonna say it like this and whatnot. But sometimes there are certain things that you need to get to the next place.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And whatnot. And I'm gonna tell you, bro, since I got this degree, I had people to call me from places. I'm talking about I haven't even started anything up here in Virginia, but I got people calling me from up here in Virginia wanting to
Wow.
record and whatnot. One of the people is with this it's this choir association that James Cleveland had started.
Okay.
And some of the people had called me to do a recording and whatnot. So I'm excited about that. Talked with him yesterday. So hopefully he'll be getting back with me so we can schedule stuff and try to get to work.
And then also, your prices can reflect,
right,
because you're formally trained on this.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff, man. That's good stuff.
Exactly. I try to tell people what, because like I said, not knocking YouTube or some of these sites where you can go and learn, but the school that I was in, and there's other schools too, man, they would teach you a lot to know and to understand, especially when you starting and whatnot. I tell people all the time, and I wish I would have started this when I was younger. But
Hey,
somebody shut me up one time and told me, said, well, how do you not know God intended for you to do this now instead of when you? I said, well, okay then.
see, that's why I don't like prophets. Like, let me have my moment. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Let me have my moment, bro.
Exactly.
I mean, you're gonna have to put you're gonna put stuff back into biblical perspective on me.
Man,
Give me my moment.
come on, bro. Let me have it. Because I'll be like, man, what if I? Because I'm in my late 40s right now. So because I just had a birthday last Friday.
Oh, happy birthday, man.
Yes, I appreciate it. And so I'm thinking, man, about 28 years ago, 30 years ago, man, if I knew what I knew now, man.
Oh, we all got that testimony.
Yeah. I mean, I've been grateful to play drums. Like I said, behind Shirley, I played behind Vic Winers a couple of times and whatnot. And just now playing with Robert Williams. I know you know the keynotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Williams and the keynote, helping them out and whatnot. But hey man, I sometimes be like, bro, if I knew what I knew now back then.
Yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, but
Look, man, it's been great talking with you, man. We're gonna get out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, Christopher Mcrae. Shoot him the email address one more time just in case they missed it. Get your pen out right now.
All right,
go ahead.
Here we go. Lowercase MOF Studio1@gmail.com. And also, you can also reach me at MOF Recording Studio on Facebook, also as well.
All right, y'all hit my boy up. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll holler at you next time. This your boy Jay Will. Let's go.
Peace out.
For more information on how to be on the show, why don't you email me at leewill.letterj@gmail.com. And don't forget to follow me on my music page on Facebook at James Williams Music. You can donate by hitting the donate button on the media.rss.com. There's a donate button there. You can donate, or you can donate by Cash App at $Mr. James Williams. Until next time, may the Lord God bless and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you, and may the Lord God give you peace.